पवित्र मन रखो, पवित्र तन रखो, पवित्र मन रखो, पवित्र तन रखो। पवित्रता मनुष्यता की शान है। जो मन वचन कर्म से पवित्र है, वो चरित्रवान ही यहाँ महान है। पवित्र मन रखो, पवित्र तन रखो, पवित्रता मनुष्यता की शान है। जो मन वचन कर्म से पवित्र है, वो चरित्रवान ही यहाँ महान है। बड़ा ही मूल्यवान है तुम्हारा ये जन्म, तुम्हारा ये जन्म। बड़ा ही मूल्यवान है तुम्हारा ये जन्म, तुम्हारा ये जन्म। जगत की कर्म भूमि में करो भले कर्म, करो भले कर्म। अच्छे रखो विचार, उत्तम करो व्यवहार। अच्छे रखो विचार, उत्तम करो व्यवहार। आदर्श व्यक्ति की ये पहचान है। जो मन वचन कर्म से पवित्र है, वो चरित्रवान ही यहाँ महान है। पवित्र मन रखो, पवित्र तन रखो, पवित्रता मनुष्यता की शान है। जो मन वचन कर्म से पवित्र है, वो चरित्रवान ही यहाँ महान है।
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Let us explore the unique aspects of celibacy, the last episode in the series. I welcome all of you from bottom of my heart. You all pure Brahmins are connected from various countries, and you have been staying tuned with us for the last 5 weeks and trying to understand the importance of celibacy in very deep and subtle way. Baba already explained to us, but like how we compare all the time with scriptures and Vedas, they have also measured celibacy as the highest or best religion, and it gives the fruits of all 4 Vedas. The deities gained victory over death on the basis of purity, and Gita too has explained that lust, anger, and greed are the gates of hell. The scriptures from all the religions have mentioned purity, and all the founders of different religions had established their path on the basis of purity. All the sages like Kabir Das, Tulsi Das, Charan Das, Garib Das have explained benefits of celibacy. They have said that where there is lust, Ram is not there, or where there is Ram, there is no lust. In the history, the mighty kings who had fallen from their throne was due to lust and lustful desires. These examples emphasizes on the importance of pure character. Where there is the pure character, only there is the best life, and only then we can present ourselves for ideal society. In current times, not in a long past, Mahatma Gandhi, Vivekananda, or Vinoba Bhave, all legends, everyone had underlined that the pure character is a must requirement for best nation. we are going into deeper aspects of celibacy and purity. Baba has shown us the path of purity in much detail to us already. We have discussed in previous sessions. In this last session, we talk about how dharana of celibacy plays a role in service. I would request respected Surajbhai ji to throw some light on this aspect. Om Shanti. Purity is the decoration of life, and the pure souls are the decoration of the world. In the end of the Iron Age, we see the negativity and impure vibrations everywhere. The souls who have decided to walk on the path of purity, they are definitely Mahavir and brave souls. Whoever has challenged Maya, godly powers are with them. Godly knowledge is with them. Purity is not possible without these two. The more this godly knowledge becomes our wisdom, the dharana of purity will become more easy. This purity will become the power for the whole world. This purity is for our own self. The level of our purity should rise so much that the whole world can feel the vibrations from it. So, we have to increase the power of yoga. If you have to make our intellect more divine and refined, we can see that our services have spread it wide. The service is depending upon the purity. Our purity attracts the souls of the deity clan. Millions of souls want to come to this path of purity. The cycle of nature has come to the point from where it started. The purity in each of us is awakening the divinity in us. Our purity attracts, and that is why, for the sake of service, to keep our intellect silent and calm, to spread the positive vibrations in all directions, we have to increase the power of celibacy. We have to watch ourselves on a very micro level. We have to walk further with the power of yoga, and we have to be in our self-respect, and we have to elevate our thoughts to higher level so that just our thoughts will act as benefactor to the whole world. Very nice subject that we are all talking about. Just as we become pure, our sins will get burned, and we will have the visions. Baba loves pure souls. These souls get pulled by Baba, and pure souls get connected with Baba. They will be able to catch Baba's inspirations. And remember, if someone has hardship in life, it is due to impurity. On a micro level, our bad intentions and impurity in subtle level causes hurdles in our way. That's why if our intellect is pure, then we can keep the best wishes and benefactor feelings high, then our purity will become bright and it will become our power. We will keep moving forward without break. So don't feel defeated. Our purity will become bright. We should not feel tired. At times, Maya is too strong to oppose to. But if we don't feel defeated, then the godly knowledge and powers will start working with us. Where there is Baba, victory is there. Let me tell you this last one before we do question answers. It should be our intoxication that Baba told once whether there are millions of soldiers against us. You are just by yourself against all these millions. Then you will be the winner because the Almighty is with you. This is huge. So, Maya is opposing. We will not get tired or defeated. Victory is ours for sure. We will reach to the destination for sure. So, brother, you really filled us with great intoxication by saying even if a million soldiers are there, we are the winners because Baba with us. And the visions we are talking about are based on the level of purity. Last time we explained that Baba has mentioned how to maintain the purity even on a level of dreams. I would like to mention about the scriptures and Vedas. They have explained even in those scriptures about unbroken whole purity. There are 8 aspects to this for the whole purity. So it's like never remember a woman, do not praise a woman's body, do not play games with a woman in loneliness, do not have a lustful eyes for women, do not talk with women in loneliness, do not think about having sexual activities with women, do not play around with women, do not have physical sexual activities with women. So these are 8 aspects on certain level, but again we may have to work, do seva, or we do talk with opposite gender. How can we manage? We may think about each other. So how do we go ahead while working with opposite gender? These are not subtle things. These are no longer major aspects. In this Iron Age, the bodies of male and female are impure. When there is impurity, there is a lot of attraction. They are made through lust. If someone talk to or think about each other, either it's a woman or a woman think about men or vice versa, they will get attracted to each other and create the mind and intellect lustful. That's why Baba has given a great idea to us that we should look to each other with soul consciousness. When we think that we are souls, not female and male, then we become the children of Prajapita Brahma. We are brothers and sisters. This has changed our old mentality based on body consciousness. We are above that, and if we practice soul consciousness, the purity is natural. So let us just practice being in soul consciousness, and the purity becomes strong. Love is a sacred thing, like mother's love for children, children's love for mother, love for brothers and sisters, love of Guru for his disciples. If a student is very obedient, teacher has pure love for that student. it is important what type of mentality we have. If we are determined for soul consciousness, then it will not affect our purity. These are the talks from scriptures. They are on the body consciousness. They have mentioned this according to the consciousness of body. That's why celibacy has become very hard. But we take these on spiritual aspect, that we are souls only. We are detached from body, then body consciousness ends. But the one who makes purity their aim, they will attain this. G means we have this very subtle study which will be helpful to reach to complete purity. Our intention is pure, but when we talk with love, when we give them respect and sustenance, the other souls sometimes take it in a wrong way. So how to deal with it? It is in our hands how to save ourselves. In this Iron Age, people from different walks of life come and become Brahmin. They may have led different lives. They have different desires. What are their purposes to come in Gyan? Their desires may get suppressed at the time, but later on they become awake. The relationship they had in Lokik may have broken, but now they want to connect in a Lokik family. One most important thing we must remember is that we have chosen the path of purity. Our aim, our journey is purity. Without purity, we will not be able to enjoy the meeting with God or won't be able to do service in godly tasks. So if we won't be able to do anything in this godly path, we must remember what is our aim. If we remember it very well, then this path of purity is easy to follow. When we are working in the field, we meet many people and they ask many different questions in front of us. I would like it if you can give a good response in a bound way. One thing is the deity is like Lakshmi Narayan or Ram Sita. They are all shown as a couple. They have children. Then why are you teaching us about celibacy? We have to understand this one fact, that people and doctors in medical science don't understand that. They don't know this one fact. This world is divided into 4 ages. The first 2 ages are heaven, and second 2 ages are hell. In the first 2 ages, the power of yoga runs the world, and in the second age, the power of lust runs the world. Enforced, the children are born through the power of yoga in the golden age. Only those who will understand this, who understands the power of yoga, the one who does not know what is yoga, they will just keep thinking and wondering about it. There even the animals and insects will also reproduce by power of yoga or thoughts. The deity are very, very pure. You look at the faces of the deities, the vibrance of purity is glowing from their faces. Look at the idols of the deities in temple. They're so pure. No one can touch them. It's another thing that in this time, Pujari is touching the idols. In early age, even to do darshan, one had to be pure. So such pure are deities. How can they be impure? It is mentioned in our Veda too that in the beginning of the world, the creation, reproduction was asexual. It is hard for men of this time to understand how without sexual contact the reproduction is possible. The deities were very pure, and the time cycle advanced and population increased by just pure intentions. You are talking about golden age and silver age, but in this iron age the reproduction is not possible by power of yoga. Then how our clan will grow? So this is a legitimate question. I am asking you to think who are able to think deep. I'm talking to everyone, not just the Brahmins. Do you want to continue this stressful, tensionful, lustful, diseaseful, corona-affected time? The jails are full. Think about it. Why they have made bombs and missiles? They're not going to keep it in a museum, right? They have made it to use it. Whatever is made, that has to be used. The time is coming that in some years we will see that each creature of the world will ask to God that this world is not good to live anymore. Please end it. And people don't know about time cycle. The time cycle is made of gold, silver, copper, and iron ages. This time cycle has almost come where it started. The age will change. The iron age will end, and the golden age will begin. This should be known to each creature of the world, and that is why the world is going through the turmoil. The preparation of Third World War has begun. The countries have lost the love and bond between each other. They are just waiting for a spark of fire. And the whole world will get burned and destroyed. This is not coming from me. This is the statute of law, which no one can change. Therefore, this world is not going to last long now. So why not just meet with God? Why not follow the orders of God? And why not do great acts so that when the forthcoming situations will be bad, we can face it with a smiley face? So we shouldn't worry about how our clan will grow further or how the world will run. In fact, we should worry about how can we, the godly clan, can improve our situation, and we make our mind very subtle and steady. Yes, brother, this is beautiful churning, and then we can move on from lust to Lord. Until we don't leave the thoughts of lust from our mind, we will keep having such ideas in our head. You have already answered this, but still I'm asking that sometimes people have a question that how the world will run, or some has desire to have at least one son who can do our rituals. Why only one son? I'm talking about 2 sons. Be holy and lust-free. You will have 2 sons. You have experienced a life in other means. Now it's time to become pure. And in Kali Yuga, sexual instincts are not to being used for reproductive purpose, but it is being used for dirty intentions and dirty pleasure. There are so many rape cases throughout the world. This is very filthy. This is completely characterless, and this is a fire which burns the world. I have said many times that may not be destruction by atom bombs in the next 10-20 years. This world will be burning by the fire of lust. Eroticism is spreading widely. That's why God has given the name of brothel to this world. We have to turn this into temple of Shiva. So we have to become pure. This world does not run on the basis of lust and impurities. These were born so to establish the world of deities. We have to awaken the deity quality from within. That is why purities must come out of all these ideas. Make households pure. There are no help. Your house Every household has become a battlefield and full of disturbances. Actually, the households have become causes for unrest. That is why connect with God, and God has come to carry on all relationships with us. Then your household will become the hermitage. Who has 2 kids, they are fine, but those who don't, they have kids. But the one who don't have kids, what do? Who they don't have kids, they can make God their kid and save their household from effects of impurities. Some people are very much attached with ideas mentioned in the scriptures. Celibacy, household, vanaprastha and sannyas. And there are 4 pillars. The answer is, the question is, we practice dharma and duties, but moksha will follow only after the sensual pleasure. The answer to that is, first I would ask that whoever is reading the scriptures and who are discussing this about these pillars of life made by sages, do they follow all these stages of life? No. No one follows that. If the one who is asking this question, do they follow these rules? No. The celibacy is broken from age of 10-12 years, and it remains broken up until age of 80. That's why to re-establish the new world and to make this world into paradise, God has asked to follow complete celibacy. Yes, brother, they still need clarification. Some people may say that if only one woman or monogamy is practiced, then is it considered as celibacy in our scriptures? In these days, it is hard to find a person who has only one woman in their life. They have many women in their life. Even women say that they had many husbands. They confess this when they come in Gyan. So, everything is spoiled now. When in Copper Age, the religion started, many dignitaries had come. They were also asked such questions. And there are many diseases have grown. The reason is all the sensual and sexual pleasures are in excess. People don't understand That is why medical science is failing. The effects of vices and diseases are just growing. So Shiv Baba has cancelled even the monogamy. Just be pure, no option. I remembered Sukraj. He was a scholar. One of his married disciples asked him that how many times a person should satisfy sexual appetite. Then he replied, only once for reproduction purpose. If you have more than once in a year, if you still are not satisfied, then once in a month. Then disciple asked, what if still not satisfied? Then he said, then arrange for a coffin and then do whatever you want to do. So, we are definitely going towards the door of hell. It is like that. Desires have no end to them. Get completely satisfied. It's impossible. So it will make us indulge more and more. Some doctors and some psychologists believe that if you indulge in sexual act, then the heart function is better. It also releases the mental stress. So then people just get freedom to indulge in eroticism more and more, thinking they are getting advantage out of that. So then why not do that? Even after that, the cases of heart attacks are more and more. People are getting under the mountain of stress. It's like these two things are interwoven with life. Psychological knowledge and medical knowledge are incomplete. Please bear with me. They don't know that the sexual desires can be channelized in a better direction by indulging in such pleasures. Mind and intellect has become contaminated and weaker. I have this example. About 40 years ago, a psychologist did a 7-day course. He had opinion that those who practice celibacy have tense faces. They are not happy and they keep their desires suppressed. He was not convinced by sisters. Then they sent him to Pandav Bhavan at the head office at Madhavan. When he visited there, he saw that everyone is such free-spirited, without tension, and he openly accepted that in a classroom and shared his confession that psychology has some wrong notions. And then he also wrote some books because he was a professor on this topic. Even Freud changed his writing after the age of 50 when he realized certain experiences by himself. That is why the research is done by human beings are not perfect. Don't feel bad. If they were perfect, then human beings should be healthy and mentally strong. Negativity, fear, worries, tension, problems, and many types of mental disorders are being seen everywhere. If satisfying sexual desires ameliorates those feelings, then why it is flourishing? Yes, we do accept that but foreign countries, they find some little advantage out of these activities. We should have brought Freud here on this topic. Oh yeah, we should have. No, it's not like that. He was a very good man, but people just took advantage of his sayings, what people liked. They took it. We don't think that he was a bad person. He was a scholar. Even some of our friends have studied him very well and found out that he has given many good principles. Actually, the fact is that lust desires are increasing because the effects of Kali Yuga is increasing. Those who are researching on these topics, they are also not pure either. But then the God himself arrives, who is the ocean of knowledge. He has come to make the world pure, and he clarifies that we have to walk on the path of purity. He explains the secrets. We have enjoyed the path of purity. There were some difficulties, but we have enjoyed, met with God on the path of purity. That is why one has to come forward and experience it to realize the effects of purity. I invite you that if you want to experience the truth, you want to meet the God, if you want to really experience the true sense of pleasure, then come and learn this knowledge yoga and understand the importance of purity. Yeah, just 1 year. Experience it for 1 year and experience the essence of purity. Some people have a question that if they don't indulge in sexual activity, then they will have a mood swings, loss of appetite. Is that the case? And some other type of innocence and sicknesses. They lost the immunity power. The immunity power is going down because of vices. Humans and medical science does not know about this. Disciplined life is must. Even who indulge in such desires, even their life has to be disciplined. If they are not just involved in such activities, then it is sure going to bring the downfall. This is all increasing the body consciousness. And then the rape will increase. If there is no importance of relationships left. If we get everything by indulging in sexual activities, then we would have gotten everything in the life. There will not be any dissatisfaction or unrest. The way the human body is made, different organs, different glands, even the nature is supporting the idea of sexuality. If that's not the idea, why do we have this type of body? The glands are for the excretion purposes. In Copper Age and Iron Age, the reproduction was through the sexual actions, but it should be in limitation. Shukrat said the same thing, but no one would believe him now. The dirtiness and indulgence has increased a lot. It's the main focus and business. Two thoughts, like a woman and a man, are made for such purposes only, are very dirty thoughts. These are the reasons if we are moving towards distractions. We are seeing what is happening right now in the world. Humans have made ways to self-destructions. There is no role of God in this. Atom bombs and some mental disorders as well, all human-made. So consider what God is saying. Don't believe that what you know is the ultimate knowledge. God is ocean of knowledge. He is perfect. Listen to him. Absolutely. Even Gita says, lust is not right. Desires are not related to sexual acts. Desire means the feeling of wanting. Hindus asking us to get rid of desires. Some people say Gita has such message. Gita doesn't mean desire means sexual desire. This is misunderstanding. The desires are for sexual desires. God has said two great sentences that desire, anger, greed, and attachment are door to hell. It is related to lust only. Sexual desires are root of sins. Desires can be good too. Only sexual desires are bad. So that's why we have to redefine this. The one who made these faulty definitions, they themselves were impure and did not have control on their lustful desires. So that is the wrong definition. So if we talk about scholars, we listen to them and follow them, then it will bring problem in our lives. Absolutely. More than 1100 commentaries are written. Each one understands that his version is perfect. They made those versions based upon their level of spirituality. Our ancient sages had very high level of spirituality. Their versions of Gita are better. They were tapasvis. Today, they translate Gita based on their study only, without any spirituality or purity. They don't have spiritual knowledge. If spirituality is not high, then one cannot define such great holy book of Gita. When we go into field, how can we explain that celibacy is important? Is it just a message of God? Or how should we explain? Look, it depends on what type of field it is. Identify and then speak. We have to become soul consciousness. We have to conquer our vices, become pure, and it is God's order to become pure. Many souls would come to be pure now. I will share two great sentences of God. In short period of time, we will see spiritual revolution. Each person would get involved in spiritual revolution. There will be a wave through the whole world of spirituality. No, there will be purity revolution. Each soul would want to become pure. They will be fed up with all other indulgences. That's why we should not hide the talk of purity. This is God's order. Yes. So we try to present. It is up to them to accept it or not. Sometimes when we are not able to join the normal activities of parties, eating out at restaurants, going on vacations, then would it be a disservice instead of service? Because they think that our knowledge is not good and we obstruct their social life. So we can't do seva and at the same time purity may not be maintained. So how can we keep our dharana and seva intact? You have to balance. If you have to go to events like weddings, birthday parties, go and attend it. In Bharat, they go. This is not a sannyas or complete renunciation from social life. If you have elevated yourself spiritually so high, then they may not expect anything from you. Until you reach that stage, keep balancing in both ways. How Baba is saying not to do any fashion? How should we appear in social events? This is also service to service. Today is the fashion for artificial jewelry. There are so many thieves out there. If we talk about fashion, if one has a great amount of purity, then makeup of purity is beautiful. They are detached from all this. They don't care for that. Who they have the interest in doing makeup, they can go and do it. It's independent choice. Now is the pure income. Rupeshbhai has explained about pure wealth in his book. Purity of wealth is related to internal peace and calm. So what is the definition of pure wealth in the Kali Yuga? Majority of us are doing the jobs, business of manufacturing, farming, etc. are examples of ways of earning legitimately. Their wealth is pure. There are few who has black money. They earn by improper ways. Pure wealth is very good. It keeps you satisfied. It keeps you pure souls and contented. Purity is a big treasure, and their desires are reduced. Be careful. You don't use such impure money, especially never for food. If such money comes to center, then we don't know what type of earning it is. Look, it depends upon the intention of the donor. No one knows how was it earned. So it becomes pure as it comes to the service center for godly tasks. Yes, so we should not think about much. One more thing. In the field, we have to deal with bribe, even if we don't want to. This is end of Kali Yuga. If you don't want to bribe, then you just keep going back and forth to government offices. If you want to get your task done, then you give some bribe and get it done. However, I shouldn't say this. The one who gives bribe is also partner in crime. But then what to do? If they don't bribe, then the task is not done. People do come with the question. They will lose peace of mind and no yoga and waste of time. Also, you spend money to keep visiting the office. So instead, you finish the task and save your peace and coolness of head and get it done, move forward. This is a different time and age now. People do come with such problems and explain to us about how we spend money and just keep going back and forth to the offices. So we should not waste our precious time. So I have this one more question. How do we differ lust and love? Lust is impure and love is pure. lust is physical. There is no love. It's poison. Love is in the relationship of a mother and child. It is a beautiful relationship. There is a love to upbringing the child. Spirituality we see in others as a soul consciousness. That is called love. That is called a alaukic love. Love makes you progress. Lust makes downfall. If we get attached by body, then it is negative love. The identification of true love is we will not have impure thoughts. That is true love. If the love is impure, then we will have many vested thoughts for which we have to be alert. One more question. We say that lust is the root of all problems. So that we go to politicians and or businessmen for seva. How can we prove that lustful desires and make them understand root of all problems? How can we present that? When lustful desires are more, then the person has anger, pride, self-centeredness, jealousy, hatred, etc. You spread weak vibrations. Small problems become huge. Where there is love, for example, a politician who wants to end the bribe and all of that kind of businesses and want to bring clarity, then his intentions are good and his vibrations are good. Everyone will work around him happily. Whereas if there is a self-centeredness, then the atmosphere is exactly opposite. And they don't support, and the problems arises. Yes, so basically we can make them understand that how such impurity bring you down. So now Vaishali-ban is asking questions. Many souls have these questions. In USA, they have a concern about pure wealth. They have gas stations, liquor shops. They come in Gyan, but they cannot change their businesses right away, or may not be able to change. One sister has questioned that I have to support my husband in business, which means I have to be in impurity all day, as she helps her husband in liquor shop. We spend the income in Baba's work as well. So what should I do? If you can change the business, then do it. Shift business gradually. If you cannot, then it's everyone's fate. If you cannot, then continue and don't think much. Question. When we talk about food, Baba says that take bath when you go cook. When we live with other family members, they don't shower. They touch everything. Even the children eat eggs, etc. Then should we not do bhog for Baba? We can keep the utensils separate, but we have to live with them. So how can we maintain the purity and bhog situation? You can do bhog one day in a week or so. Just inform them. Don't take this very seriously. If you feel things become impure by their touch, then touch with your pure hands. The impurity will go away. Tackle the situation in a way so there will not be any conflicts. And we have to manage without problems. Especially in West Coast, we often understand the relationship between a man and woman is considered impure. But at times, two sisters live together or two brothers live together. And they get attracted. That is also impure. They say we are staying together. We are sisters. We are supportive souls. There is nothing wrong. But the intellect will attach with them. You will not be able to do yoga with God. It's impurity. Let's do the meditation. I am Master Almighty. I'm my own king. Purest of pure. Experience this beauty of pure vibrations spreading all around me. A beautiful aura has created around me. The Almighty Shiv Baba has a canopy over my head. Feel the canopy of Sun of Knowledge over the head. I am combined with Almighty, the most powerful. Stay powerful and come to the field of actions. Thank you, brother. Thank you from bottom of my heart. As sister said, not only here, but in Bharat also, they are taking advantage of this. They will continue listening to this and experience Baba. They are watching this and circulating through the WhatsApp channel. It was a beautiful experience. You took initiative and continue doing this type of pure actions. Once again, Shukriya. Thank you from Madhuban.
की सुगंध से जीवन में सुख ही सुख मिला। पवित्रता का हृदय कुंज में ऐसा पुष्प खिला, जिसकी सुगंध से जीवन में सुख ही सुख मिला। शांति की छाया है, इसी में सुख की धूप है। कल्प कल्प के भाग्य भवन की ये आधारशिला, जिसकी सुगंध से जीवन में सुख ही सुख मिला। सुगंध से जीवन में सुख ही सुख मिला। अधरों पर बिखरी सच्चाई, अंतर में निर्मलता आई। अधरों पर बिखरी सच्चाई, अंतर में निर्मलता आई। विराजित तन मंदिर में मन की मूर्ति मुस्काई। दीन प्रभु की सबको देने चला ये काफिला, जिसकी सुगंध से जीवन में सुख ही सुख मिला। जिसकी सुगंध से जीवन में सुख ही सुख मिला। निश्चय ने निश्चिंत किया, निश्चित विजय हमारी। निश्चय ने निश्चिंत किया, निश्चित विजय हमारी। पवित्रता के बल से होगी पावन दुनिया ये सारी। सबका भला हो यही दुआ का दिल में सिलसिला, जिसकी सुगंध से जीवन में सुख ही सुख मिला, जिसकी सुगंध से जीवन में सुख ही सुख मिला। पवित्रता का हृदय कुंज में ऐसा पुष्प खिला, जिसकी सुगंध से जीवन में सुख ही सुख मिला। हो जिसकी सुगंध